sweltering heats of the Mojave Desert, to the unpredictable habitat of Tanzania's Serengeti, to the murky depths of the Mariana Trench, to the exhilarating heights of Mount Kilimanjaro, you have the pleasure of listening to From Chicago to Dummast, the Dummast Podcast.
What is up, everybody? It is your boy Ice Cold, and this is another episode of the Dummast Podcast. This is episode 82 of the Dummast Podcast. I want to apologize. First off, I want to apologize. It's been a minute since my last podcast broadcast, and I don't know if you guys remember on the last episode I was talking about my basement flooding and house problems and things like that. And your boy been going through it. So, so many things has happened in this household over the last few months. 2 more floods. And when I say flood, my basement flooded. And when it flooded, it flooded. I had computer issues. Those parts of my computer got damaged. My power outlet, that got damaged. I literally had standing water in here. So, and if you could look right now on the floor, this was from probably like 3 or 4 floods ago where I had to rip the carpet up. So I've been in my office with no carpet and I have to get that fixed. Probably not going to put carpet, probably going to put some laminate down or something like that. But, neither here nor there. But just letting you guys know why it's been so long, since I dropped the episode. It's just been all type of stuff going on. Also, we had an election. 2024 election is over and done with. We're gonna have a returning president in Donald Trump. To a lot of people's, how do I say it? A lot of people, the people spoke. The people spoke, and they wanted Donald Trump. And the name of this episode is gonna be called "You Break It, You Bought It." And that's all I got to say right now. People voted for Donald Trump, and you break it, you bought it. You break it, you bought it. So on this episode 82 of the Dumbass Podcast, it's going to be me and Sahai. I did record a little something, and it was pretty much the day after the election. And, our thoughts and feelings about everything that goes on. It's crazy right now because you have all type of crazy shit going on from the right and the left right now. Like nobody's happy. MAGA people, they always unhappy about something. They always hating somebody. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's ever going to change. But the crazies are starting to come out on the left side. You know what I'm saying? So it's interesting to see. The fighting's probably not going to stop. But whatever, man. This is a really good conversation between me and Sahai. So I definitely want you guys to check that out. And let's get it. Yo, what is up, everybody? I'm here with Sahai.
Yo, what's good? What's good?
It's the day after, bro. It's the day after the election. How you feeling, bro?
Still kind of anxious. It didn't go.
Anxious about what?
It didn't go my way. I'm at a point right now where I'm just kind of riding the wave, this Trump wave right now, and trying to maintain. It is what it is. I got a lot of stuff coming up and a lot of stuff happening, and I don't see it really going my way with this administration. So, however, I'm going to try to stay positive and move forward. That's the best I can do.
Right. I'm good, bro. Like me personally, I'm good, and I think I said that in the beginning. Like I don't vote for me. You know what I'm saying? I vote for people who aren't as blessed as me.
Yep.
If that makes
Yep.
any
It makes
sense.
perfect sense because that's how I feel.
So
That's how I feel as well. Um,
now I do get wrapped. Oh, go ahead.
no, no, you go, you go, you got it.
Now I was gonna say I do get wrapped up in this because I do feel strongly about electing someone that isn't qualified. And everybody can point to Kamala and say, well, she wasn't qualified, but Trump is a convicted rapist. He's an insurrectionist. He is I mean, he's, stolen documents. Say whatever. These things are fact. Say whatever you want. These are not feelings, these are fact. These are things that he's done. And if you remember his last presidency, his last time in office, a lot of people didn't feel comfortable. A lot of people didn't feel comfortable from things he said. Uh, m- uh, just for an example, is good people on both sides, and you think to yourself, how is a white supremacist good? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of things he's done, like when he took out the general in Iran. I forget his name, Soleimani. I think that's what his name was. There's things that he's done to make people not comfortable. So it's not just one thing. It's not just one thing. If you look at, he's a billionaire. Who do billionaires look out for? You think they look out for the small people?
Nope.
No, they look out for other billionaires. There's a litany of things why this man should not be president. And moral things, fact. There's just so much you can say about this man where he shouldn't be
Yeah.
president. Was Kamala the best choice? No, not by far. I mean, and I would admit that. I would have admitted that during this. But again, and I've said it so many times, I choose a chipmunk to run this country before I put pen to paper and put and say Donald Trump needs to be
Right.
president. I think you could have picked an average person off the street and they could do better. And I'm that's not hyperbole. I really believe that. I really believe that it's not what it's not it's also what he represents. It's also what he
Yep.
represents that makes me that made me not want to go that route of putting his name on the ballot or checking a box for his name on the ballot. There's so many things, and I'm like I said, I'm upset, but I ain't like, oh, my world is
And
crashing.
yeah, I
The problem I have right now is the men going around with their chest out, showing their teeth, and I don't mean like snarling teeth. I mean laughing. They grinning from ear to ear because one, they either voted for Donald Trump or they didn't vote at all, which is a vote for Donald Trump. I don't care how you slice it. That
hmm
that was a vote for Donald Trump. Um, it's not. I said it before. This was not a Republican versus Democrat thing. This was, the average human being versus a scumbag, essentially. Someone who, because his parents had money, he feels entitled to the presidency and he doesn't care about rules. He doesn't care about the Constitution. He doesn't care about any of that.
nope.
He doesn't care about any of that. He has a list of people he's going to go after. He said all this. And if it's one thing you can count on Donald Trump, if he says it, it's in his mind to at least try to
Yep.
do it. So there's a lot of reason why that there's a lot of reason why I'm uh upset, but I mean, like I said, I'm good. Like it's not going to affect me personally. It's not going to affect me personally, but it's no way I could have, in good conscience, put check the box for Donald Trump.
Yep. What's crazy is
Man,
well, I would just I'm just wondering, like, this man is going to be at the highest of the highest office in the land, and he's going to
Mm-hmm.
have the highest security you can ever have, right? And he doesn't have to go through a background check. Like he's already a felon. Like if you
He's a
work,
convicted felon.
huh?
He's a convicted
Right.
felon.
So
He's
even
literally right now a convicted
if
felon.
you was to come to
But that
my
doesn't.
if you was to come to my job, I work for, like I said again, I work for the federal government. If you was to come to my job and they did a background check and that hit, you couldn't get hired. You
Right.
couldn't get hired. Fed, we're working for the same federal government, right? Nah, he gets to get elected and put in place. I can't even get. I couldn't even. If my brother came to get hired on and he's a convicted felon, and they would be like, no, we don't hire felons, right? But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, he gets to be the president, and it's not. This is
Gotcha.
not me trying to say that convicted felons or felons don't get to have jobs or don't get to have good jobs. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is if I have to do it or I couldn't get hired, why should he? You know.
Right. I got you.
But like just to go back to what you were saying earlier, like I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna be fine. However, there are people that's not gonna be fine. That's really
Exactly.
literally in
Exactly.
tears. Um, I
Mm-hmm.
seen a video today where they were talking about like the Hispanic population didn't really vote for her, and
Nope. Nope.
and
In fact, Donald Trump did better with Latinos than any other Republican
that's
nominee
crazy,
ever.
and
And that's
that's
crazy. That
crazy,
right there is crazy.
and what happens is that they don't he doesn't care if you are Puerto Rican, Cuban, Venezuelan, you are all Mexicans. I heard that earlier. You are all Mexicans to him. You feel me? Like he is going to try. You could be Puerto Rican. He's going to try to
He
ship
don't know
you
the
off to
difference, bro.
Mexico.
He don't know
Nope.
he don't even know what Puerto Rico is, bro. Do you remember when he was president and he said, "I just talked to the president of Puerto
Right.
Rico."
You are the
Motherfucker,
president of
you
Puerto
are the
Rico.
president of Puerto Rico.
Stupid. He went over there shooting
Dude is
paper
dumb.
towels at them. Are you kidding me right now? Like, come on, man.
Bro,
Like
so oh go ahead. I'm
like
sorry.
you don't you can't tell the difference and don't care to tell the difference. Don't care to know the difference. You know, everybody is like everybody everybody is against the kind of the white pigment, and that's what he gave them. He gave them exactly what he wanted, what everybody was feeling, and that's why he's the president. He's going to be the president for the next 4 years, and there's nothing we can do about it. It is what it
Nothing.
is.
But like okay, like I said, I'm not I'm upset, but I'm not upset for me. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Like I am good. Um my kids will be good because I know my work ethic. I know what I'm capable of doing. Um, and I mostly look towards people who have needs, people who you know someone who needs an abortion to save their own life. What's going to happen to them? Project 2025 will disenfranchise a lot of people.
And you and
That's
just from like men like rolling with this, like use a
and
goofy. Like I'm so
you know
happy.
what?
I'm,
No,
I'm
no, don't even go there because I want to ask you a question
Go ahead.
because this was not going to be no Trump bashing conversation between me and you.
Okay, okay.
Whatever happened already happened. That's done. You know what I'm saying? That's over and done with. We can't change that. But for all the men walking around with their chest out as if they won, I have a question for you. How do you feel about that? Because me personally, I'm like, what did you win?
Okay.
What did you win? Basically, you're on a record for attaching yourself to a rapist, to an insurrectionist, an all around scumbag uh, person. Just a really bad person that, you know, just morally bad, just in and out. Like, just like when you think of the worst person or worst type of person, it's Donald Trump. This wasn't going to be a bashing Donald Trump thing, but how do you feel about the men going around as if, you know, they're touting like they won, like, you know,
Um,
like yeah, go
I'm
ahead.
gonna be honest with you. Um, he's not for anybody but himself and the rich, right? So
Hmm.
so him, if he was to implement any of 2025, Project 2025, um, everybody would take a hit. Every single person will take a hit, and I'm talking about black, Hispanic, Asian, poor whites, poor whites, because it is said in there that they want to eliminate welfare. And let's be honest, who are on welfare? Poor whites.
Hmm.
They make up
By leaps and
majority,
bounds.
huh?
By leaps and
Yep.
bounds. By leaps
They
and
make
bounds,
up
they make up the
majority
majority of
of
welfare recipients.
they make right. So so everybody's gonna take a hit. Unless you have money and you're white, you are going to take a hit. That's just what it is. Um and like I said, like whatever the damage has been done, we can't blame. I'm not going to blame black men. I'm not going to blame black women. I'm not going to blame anybody. Okay, I am going to blame the country as how we're moving right now. We are moving in a space that, to be honest, nobody wants to be in. You can
I can't think of another country that's I can't think of another country that went this direction
no,
of choosing a
you
leader.
can't be I mean, unless it's like dictator brand, like even like Russia, like people.
Well, no, I mean, even a dictator won't say they're a
Oh,
dictator.
of course,
You understand what I'm saying? Like, even a dictator will say, I'm not a dictator.
it's
I'm for the
right,
people.
and
That's what a dictator would do. This guy announced that he's a dictator. He wants to be a dictator. He looks up to the president of Turkey or the prime minister of Turkey, who's a dictator. He's looked up, he has good things to say about Xi Jinping and Putin. These are dictators.
yeah,
These are people that, you know, he looks up to oligarchs. He is, you know, I just never seen a country get together and say, this is who we're going to vote for. This is who we're going to put ahead. Because the same guy that you voted for is the same guy who told you that the current administration created inflation. And let's be honest, the reason why Kamala lost was because she couldn't avoid the inflation conversation that was tied to Joe Biden. She could not avoid that. And people looked at that as if it was hers. Now, yeah, she was a vice president, but she can't make any.
decisions.
She's not making any decisions. She's not making any unilateral or monumental decisions as a vice
Mm,
president. You can't. You don't have the power to. So I don't know, bro. Like, but my question is more so like the men that are going around with their chest out, the men that are going around saying, you know, we did it. Even this, like today, like I said, everybody, all these guys, they're grinning from ear to ear. But what did you win? You haven't won anything. You've been allowed to be programmed by a person that won his election by stoking fear, making you hate immigrants, making you hate women, making
hmm
you hate black women, making you hate women that need abortions. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not the biggest proponent of abortion. I'm not. I'm not. But at the same time, I'm not the type of person who won't understand why a woman would need an abortion. I've said this on this show before. If men were able to get pregnant, there will be abortion clinics on every
Every
corner,
corner.
and we wouldn't give a fuck.
Mm-hmm.
We would shit. I'd probably be on my 8th abortion by now. You know what I'm saying? So it's a thing where like I'm trying to understand what they feel like they've won here, because you put yourself on a list, and I don't know if everybody got a list. I got a list. I got a list. Be honest, I got a list, and I've taken mental notes of everybody who is on that side of history and who isn't on that side of history. Okay, I've put together a list, and my list, what I'm gonna do, and I don't care who you are. You could be friends, you could be family. If you did not vote, we can't have a conversation about politics ever until you vote again. Until the next 4 years. I don't want to hear it. When Trump fucks shit up for someone personally, or fucks shit up for their family, fucks shit up for the people they know, I don't want to speak to you. I don't want to speak politics to you, because you've taken yourself out of the conversation, not me. You didn't want to be part of the political conversation. And here's the thing, Sahai. I have more respect for someone who took that ballot, thought about it, and put down Donald Trump than a person who did not vote at all. I got more respect, because guess what? That's a decision. That's a decision. It might be a bad decision, but it's still a decision. But the people who chose to actively not
Engaged.
vote at
Yeah.
all,
I mean, it.
not be a part of it, that's what I have. I have an issue with that, because these are the same people that are going to want to talk. I know all these people. I have friends, I have family that are on this side. They're going to want to talk about this, and I will tell them to their face, "You didn't vote. You don't get to talk to me about it." And here's another thing: if you see the caliber of people that were going around telling people that they weren't voting and trying to convince people to not vote, or just don't vote for Kamala. They didn't care if you voted for Trump, but don't vote for Kamala because she ain't black. Like, these people, if the majority of them aren't really people that I would even trust having a conversation with my kids.
Crazy,
A lot of
right?
them aren't. A lot of just think about just think. I want you to, in totality, kind of think about all the people you talk to that said they're going to vote. I'm sorry, they're not going to vote at all. They're sitting this election out. Are these the type of people you would want to have your kids around? Are these the type of people you would trust? Are these the type of people? Yes, these are the type of people that I would not put any real stock in, or I don't take them seriously. And here's another caveat: a lot of these people who said they weren't going to vote for Kamala and they were going to sit out this election can't even vote. They can't even vote because they after all these elections, after all these years, they never registered to vote, and a lot of them just can't vote for whatever reason. I think you know the reason, but they can't vote. But anyway, that's my 2 cents. That's my 2 cents. And I know you busy, man. You looking at your
No,
screen
I'm
and
listening.
everything.
I am 100% listening. And my thing is yes, yes, like you said, like what did you win? Okay, you walk around here, you walk around and you're happy. You're still gonna go to work the next day. Um, and and let's hope that we get. Let's hope he comes with the stuff that you want him to come with. Meaning like when he gets in office, um, prices
What?
of cereal is gonna go down, or gas is gonna
That's
go
not gonna
down.
happen.
Let's
That's not gonna
hopefully
happen.
you get that.
But here's the thing: it's going down now. And here's another thing: I want people to take notice. I want people to take notice because gas prices is coming down, food prices is coming down, interest rates are going down, and the day one this man will take credit for it. Day one he will take credit for it. And guess what he's gonna do? Just like he did, he rode Obama's wave with a good economy. But guess what he's gonna do? He's gonna take an improving economy and he's gonna fuck it up, and he's gonna blame Biden. He's gonna blame Kamala Harris. I know the playbook, bro. This is the playbook. This is the presidential play.
And nobody, and that's just what it is. And to be honest, I'm okay, right? I looked up this morning. I told my wife was not happy, right? Not happy, right? Because
no, mine wouldn't either.
So we understand that she understand. My wife is white, and she understands she have black kids, and that's just what it is. And she's really upset about the whole situation or whatever. But when I looked at my stocks this morning, through the roof. Looked at,
but here's even with that,
but even
the stocks are up. Yes, the stocks are up, but a lot of people who voted for Trump and a lot of people that middle income people, they invest too. So stocks were through the roof because they were buying shit. Those are not economists. The economists who know all this shit, they didn't make the stocks go up.
So people don't understand.
It's just all it is.
See.
Oh, go ahead.
You are 1,000% correct, because people don't get it. Like, I don't think he even gets it.
He doesn't.
The stock market is not connected to the economy. In some aspects, it is. Like, if the economy is doing well, people want to spend more money or put more money into the stock market.
Yes, it's what do we call that? It's reactionary. So like if certain things are going well, then of course you're gonna open your wallet up a little bit more, but it doesn't directly affect it, but it could indirectly affect the market. But the economy can indirectly affect the market. People are, if you look on TikTok, people are going crazy saying, look what Donald Trump did. He ain't even president yet, and the market went up. Listen, every economist, everyone, I'm talking about 99.9% of all economists is saying Trump is gonna fuck this shit up. These tariffs on not just China, but the tariffs on our allies that are gonna put, you might as well just throw away an extra $1,000 to $2,000 a year. If you're low income, if you're middle income, it's gonna be more. If you're upper middle class, it's gonna even be more. So I don't know, man. I'm like I said, I'm good. My portfolio is strong. It's probably stronger after today, but it's just reactionary because a lot of people went out and bought more stock because they think Trump is going to turn everything around.
And I think that I'm here for it. I don't have a choice. And I'm going to keep it positive and try to keep it moving. And hopefully when he's in the next 4 years, and I'll be in a position to benefit from his
you
tax
think that dude gonna survive 4 years?
Huh?
You think that dude gonna you think that dude gonna survive 4 years?
I think that I think that in our best interest, I think that 4 year he needs to survive the 4 years.
I want him to survive 4 years because I don't want fucking JD Vance.
That JD Vance is worse than
I don't want.
And JD Vance is
at least
not
Trump will tell a motherfucker no. At least Trump will tell a motherfucker no. JD Vance,
right?
Yeah,
he is not. Yeah. He's like 10 times worse, and he's not a dummy.
That and DeSantis scared me too.
Yeah.
DeSantis really scared me, man. Him. It's like him and Vance are kind of like cut from the same cloth. You know, these robotic puppets. You know what I'm saying? But anyway,
It's
I don't know, man. I'm like I said, I'm just not for the doom and gloom, bro. Like to me, it's nothing. Me personally, I could not morally stand behind that man especially after January 6th, but well before then. But January 6th was like, should have been an eye opener for everybody. We should not let this man anywhere close to politics. And y'all let him back in. And guess what? You break it, you bought it. That's all I gotta say. You break
and
it, you bought it.
but however, people are not going to get the gist of it. Like they're not going to they're going to kind of it is they they're not going to benefit from any of that, and then it's going to be like it is what it is, or it's going to
Oh,
be
they might get a stimulus check or two.
I don't know. Ain't no he ain't giving no stimulus check.
They might get a stimmy.
There ain't nobody,
Bro,
and
do
I've
you
been
realize how
seeing that like all day today. I seen like 3 different ones. It's like, man, I hope we get another stimulus. Like, oh, you voted for him so you can get a stimulus because he
Yes,
didn't.
bro. Do you realize how many black people voted for them because they thought they got a stimulus? Biden sent out a stimulus too, the economic rescue plan. That was a stimulus. Like
That's
just whatever, bro.
it's crazy.
Bro, this country is, and I love this country, I do, but we are filled with dumb idiots, poorly educated, and you know Donald Trump, he loves us poorly educated. He admitted that. Donald Trump, I'm sorry, uh, men who hate women, full of them. That bro, again, you want to know my proof? Because a lot of people will say, "Well, that's not true." My proof is y'all elected a rapist. You elected an insurrectionist. You elected you a convicted you elected a convicted criminal. You elected someone who don't have shit good to say about poor countries. Who stokes fear, who makes people hate each other. This is who you guys elected. Of course we're dumb people. Of course we're dumb people. I said it before earlier. No, a dictator, a real dictator, because Trump is a fake dictator. He's gonna be a fake dictator. We still have the U.S. Constitution, so he's still gonna be a fake dictator. I mean, we have the U.S. Constitution now. Who knows what'll happen
Right.
if the wrong people get behind Trump and push the issue. Hopefully, we don't get that. But you have a fake dictator. But when you look at a real dictator, again, a real dictator won't ever tell you he's a dictator. You see it through his actions that he's a dictator. You guys elected someone who literally said he's going to be a dictator. You elected someone who also said he you don't have to vote anymore after this election. What does that mean? What does that even mean? You elected someone who the Supreme Court gave him immunity. You can't make this shit up. We got to be the dumbest motherfucking nation on earth, bro. There's not, I'm convinced, because even the smartest people, I know some really smart people that will defend Donald Trump.
Yep.
So maybe what I think is a smart person is really just a dumb person
Disguising.
compared to everybody else that's walking this earth. I don't know, bro. It's crazy, bro. It is nuts.
I think he's
and I'm curious
polarizing.
to see
People
what's going on.
find him polarizing. Like they find him like they have nothing going on with their lives, and they're like, Donald Trump is where I want to be and who I want to be, and it gives them. He kind
But
of
see,
gives them the opportunity to say they know he's slow and not dumb, And it does give them the opportunity to say, if he can do it, I can do it. I can be dumb and make it to be a president or whatever. This man is
But
not smart at all.
they don't know the whole story though. See, they a lot of people are convinced that this man got his money out the mud. You know what I'm saying? He got his he took it in blood. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And that's not true. That's not true. This man was given money, and if you ask him, he'll say some shit like, "Well, I got a small loan from my father." Well, what's a small loan, bro? What the fuck is a Donald Trump small loan? You know what I'm saying? We talking about a man who weaseled, cheated, broke the law to get to where he is, bankrupt 5 times. Tell me this: how many people you know that's been bankrupt 5 times and have gotten this far in life? It doesn't happen. This man is not qualified. But like I said, this wasn't going to be a Trump beat up session. I didn't want to make it a Trump beat up session because whatever happened already happened. It's done. But
I just
it's interesting to see what's going to happen.
I
I got my list. And I can't wait. I can't wait to unfurl my list. You know what I'm saying? I can't wait to uh to to
what
tell
about
some people
what about
like
your cousin?
what's up. No, he can't talk politics. We can't talk politics. He already admitted. Me and him can't talk politics. Me and Unknown from this show. I'm cool with Unknown. Like I don't. Just I mean that's my cousin, bro. That's my cousin.
Mm-hmm.
Me and him can't talk politics for 4 years until you vote again. If he would have voted for Trump, we could talk politics, bro.
Yeah.
We could talk about that. Like I say, I don't. I look at the people who didn't involve themselves in the process totally different than the people who just made a bad choice. Seriously, and I really feel that way because at least it's a choice. At least you're standing behind something.
You let the shit just
I think the whole movement to I guess I don't understand. And I can't say I don't understand the movement. I know why they did what they did, and I would even venture on to say that they were right to do so, just not in this election.
yeah.
I understand the fears. I understand the frustration with the Democratic Party. I get it. This just wasn't the time. Not when you have a maniac who is clearly, and when I say clearly, I mean by every metric, not capable of doing this job. When you see the matchup between this person and that person, and you throw your hands up, you're complicit. You're complicit. Let me ask you a question
Yep.
before we get out of here, because I'm gonna close this in a little bit. When a white when a white person sees a racist do racist shit, and a white man look at you and say, "Well, I didn't do it. I didn't do it," and that white person at the same time don't either police, talk to, or do anything to the person that's acting in that manner, a racist person, you're complicit in it, correct?
You
That white person is
and,
complicit. He's allowing it to happen.
and you're
And this
worse.
is how I feel about
And you're
this.
worse.
And yes, yes. But this is also how I feel about the people who knew what the American people are up against
Never
and went like
and
this.
never. Yeah. Just throw your
And
hands
went like
up.
this. Guess what? Guess what? You can't talk to me about
And
politics. You can't talk to me about
and
politics. Like I don't even respect your political opinion enough
they're like, oh, I'm tired
to
of.
to even to
I'm
even to even have a small conversation about politics. Well, you can talk about anything else. It's just politics. No, not at all.
so and then you think to yourself like oh what are you gaining from this oh I'm tired of the Democratic Party, I'm not going to vote for them no more, and What did you gain
Was
from
that
this?
was that really what it
You
is?
lost.
No, some people really felt like that, but some of it they just hate women,
Yeah.
bro. They just a lot of it they just hate it more so they hate black women, bro.
I,
They hate black women.
I hope.
They don't want they don't want to see a black woman in power. For some reason, women celebrating. I'm gonna tell you something, and this is very true. And I gotta go after this. There are a lot of men out there, a lot of black men out there that hate to see black women happy as a whole. For some reason, when you see that, when you see them singing a song, when you see them happy about something, they ain't never got nothing good to say. A lot of people hopped on this Kevin Samuels train, and a lot of the when he first came out, he was funny, you know what I'm saying? But then that shit got old, man. You just sitting down there berating women. We all know women fault. We already, you know what I'm saying? That if anything, it shows your weakness because you're dwelling on a woman. You know what I'm saying? You can't. I don't know. When I see this, it's such a weak thing to me when I see all this women bashing. I know the faults of women. I know women don't have, they rather not have accountability. They want autonomy over accountability. I know this. I grew up knowing that. The fact that this is a surprise to you and you can't control yourself or you can't get a woman, you can't control your woman, that is on you. That is not on the woman. But it's just a weak thing when I see all these people, bro. It's people that got Kevin Samuels tattooed on their arm and shit like that. There's people out here that don't ever have anything good to say about black women, and it's not.
I,
It's from a position where they don't like black women because black women will tell them how they feel. Black women, it's a lot to go into it. Like I said, I know the faults of women. I know the faults of women, but I'm still strong enough to still carry on and not dwell on the faults of women. If you can't do that to me, you are weak. You are weak. Bro, I'm in about 5 to 6 chats right now where all they do is just talk about black women, and I just sit back and I laugh at the shit, bro. I just I sit back and laugh at it because I'm like, in my mind, bro. Here's one thing about me: I'm a people watcher.
mm-hmm.
I like to watch people, and I like to see the wheels turn, and I like, I study this shit. I truly do study the way people are, and it's mostly for myself. I just, it just is something that interests me, and I'll just let people talk about certain shit. And I'll just sit back, and I was like, damn, you know. But it's a funny thing, bro.
They,
It's a funny
I
thing.
think that this is not the time. I guess this wasn't the time for the woman nor the black woman. Um,
No,
I was
I don't think I don't even think this a time. I just don't think it'll happen.
no.
I don't think it'll happen.
The time of the
I don't
black
think it'll.
man happened, and they didn't like it. And
No, not even that. I think a black man can become president
I
again.
just think,
I just don't think. I think things in this country will have to drastically change for a woman to become president, whether they're black or white. If you look at the election breakdown, the electoral breakdown, Hillary's map looked very similar to Kamala's map. Motherfuckers just not gonna vote for it. Like, I don't know what women ever did to y'all. Y'all motherfuckers just hate women, bro. Like, I don't know the way to see it. This man is a fucking rapist, bro. And if you couple the fact that if you couple the fact that he was convicted of sexual sexual whatever you want to call it, and you take the Access Hollywood tape, it makes perfect good sense. That wasn't the first time he did that shit. He just, oh man, I just walk up to him and kiss him. That's what he said. Oh, that's just locker room talk. That's just, that's just locker room talk. That motherfucker is running for president,
of
bro.
the fucking world, right? The free world.
Motherfucker is
And
running
this
for
is how
president,
our
bro.
president is talking. Like, Like,
You don't think? Here's the thing. You don't think Putin ever talked like that? I'm pretty sure Putin talking like that right now
right?
as we speak. But guess what? Putin ain't on tape talking like that.
Shit, crazy,
All right, bro. I'm out, bro.
man.
I'm out.
All right, bro.
What's your social medias, bro?
I don't know. I
Okay,
I haven't been on
he
social
upset.
media. I ain't been on social media for like a week, man. Like I've been on, but
Yeah, bro. You took what happened, bro? You just
I
disappeared,
just,
bro. I was ready to go
I was
live and
this stuff
everything.
was consuming me. Like I just
Go
couldn't.
touch. You should. Did you? You should have went out and touched some grass, bro.
I know, right? I should have
Go out
took
the
a
door,
walk or something, man. No,
bro.
it was like taking.
Bro,
It was like it was taking a lot out of me, and every day
it's
my
taking a
anxiety
toll
went
on you,
higher
huh?
and higher and higher, and then it happened, and I was like, oh man, this
You
can't
know
be.
what, bro? When you hear me, I talk passionately about almost everything I'm in.
Hmm.
So like, I can understand if somebody mistakes my intensity for just being consumed with it. I'm not, bro. I'm not consumed with this shit, bro. I'll leave a news program or something running in the background, which is how I stay up on certain current events and things like that. None of this stuff consumes me, bro. I got stuff to do. I got TV shows to watch. I got video games to play, bro. I got all type of toys in the house, bro. I don't be focused on this shit,
I
bro.
know,
I
I
got
know.
wrestling to watch.
That's why I was like,
I don't be focused on this shit.
I get
Bro,
it. I
I
100%
go
get
out
it.
and touch some grass. I go fishing. I do it. I'm not ever gonna consume myself with this shit. But guess what? Like I said, I got my list, and I can't wait to unravel that motherfucker, bro. I can't wait to tell people in this face, oh, you talking to me about politics? Oh no, I can't talk about politics with you because you didn't vote. I'm out, bro.
All right, man.
We
Have a
out.
good one, man.
All right, bro. Thanks for popping
All
on.
right.
And that was my boy Sahai, one of the main people on the podcast. And shout out to him for hopping in and chopping it up with me. But I don't know, man. It's crazy. Like I said before, man, it's just been kind of hard to doing these episodes. And here's the thing: I wanted to do, and I said this. I don't know if it was the last podcast or the podcast before last, where I said I wanted to get to episode 100. It's about 6 more weeks left in this year, and I don't think I'm gonna get there. And I promise you, guys, I was there. I was really in that headspace where I wanted to pump out these episodes, but not a doubt if that's gonna happen. But I'm gonna do what I can, bro. I'm gonna try to pump one out right after this one. Got some really good ideas coming up. Programming change. There is gonna be a programming change, and starting next year, not this year, but next year. I'm going to be looking to do some new things, and because I'm going to be taking on some more tasks content-wise, the podcast, the Dummast podcast, is going to change. It'll still be there. I'm still going to be creating content. I may make this a live-only show. I don't know. I haven't really figured it out. I do know I have to dial this back if I want to create more content elsewhere and do other things, and maybe more niche things like I don't know. I don't want to give y'all any spoilers, but yeah. So it in the next coming weeks, month or so, it's gonna be some changes. But I'm still gonna be here, still doing what I do. I'm just gonna try to make it easier to put this show out. And only way I could think I can do that is if I go live more. If I'm going live more and then just putting that episode out. So we'll see. Nothing's set in stone yet, but you may see some changes coming up. Just letting you guys know. I don't know. I don't think I got any more else to talk about. I hope you guys like this episode. Please like, share, subscribe. I don't say it enough, and I know I should. But please like, share, subscribe. Be a part of this. Hit me up if you want to join the show. Do whatever you can. But definitely help us out and help us grow. All right, man. That's all I got. Peace.